Hello and welcome. Today, when I woke up, it was snowing, the first snow of the year. And yeah, I was super excited because I could finally wear my awesome vintage boots that I scored in the summer. So I promptly jumped out of bed, popped them on, grabbed the dog to go for a walk. And yeah, got to like the end of the block and that happened. Yeah, suffice to say, we came home and I changed my shoes. I am super disappointed that this happened. I do have a product here lurking around the house that I'm hoping is going to solve this problem. Shoe Goo. Now, I did use Shoe Goo more than a few years ago to repair a pair of faux leather shoes. I will put the tutorial down below for that. And they're still going strong and looking pretty awesome. So hopefully, yeah, it's gonna do the job with this. Alrighty, so let's get a shoe gooing and see if it's gonna stand up to a Canadian winter.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.
Now, as you can see, it is really coming off. I mean, oh, that's just hilarious. Anyway, so I did go ahead and I peeled off as much of the old vintage glue as I could and gave it a bit of a sand as well, because the instructions do say it should be clean and dry. So I've done the best I could there. I've also tried to pull off the whole thing to kind of just do the whole thing, but the toe is really on there, and so I think I'm just going to leave it as is. And if the shoe goo works, and if the toe does eventually come off, I will just shoe goo it again. So yeah, let's get started with this. Okay, I'm not exactly sure because the instructions are not clear whether I should put it on both sides or on just one side. I think maybe I'll put it on the bottom of the boot. Oop, I'm gonna have a bluebie here going over. I don't know if I can hold this correctly and do it at the same time. So I'm just gonna put like, I don't know, a whole big squeeze and then spread it, if that's good. This is very hard to squeeze. If I just maybe try to put it where the other glue was, maybe, without getting any on my clothes. Not sure how generous I need to be, but let's start with that. And then it says to use a disposable tool and kind of spread it. So let's do that and try to keep it where it's supposed to be. If you appreciate all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes and want me to continue making fab-free Refashionista videos, then please do go ahead and hit the subscribe button, plus the notification bell, and of course, like and share your fave vids with your online circles, and let's get everyone living a more rockin' Refashionista sustainable lifestyle, because being eco-friendly shouldn't cost the earth. I mean, if this does work, how awesome. I know it absolutely does work well for waterproofing and for repairing like exterior damage to, you know, skate shoes and stuff. But I've never used it for actually re-sticking the entire sole of a shoe or boot on. I don't know. Does that look like enough? Maybe I'll see if I can squeeze some more. See if a big bluebie drop will land right in there. Come on. There it goes. There we go. Let's just let that all kind of sink way down. Give it another squeeze. Get another big bloop. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? Should we say okay? That's good for now. And my spoon is now stuck to the paper, so let's use the knife. I mean, again, this is a good use for those plastic utensils that you still have in your stash that, you know, can't be recycled. Okay, now let's stick it and see what I have that I can use to kind of clamp it, maybe, or put some books on it. And it says to let it cure for a minimum of 24 hours. So I think I might even, you know, leave it for longer than that. And then, yeah, hopefully it will, it will be stuck enough together that I can wear my lovely boots this winter. So I didn't have any clamps big enough to go around the boots, but I did have some weights. So I put those inside, and I'm hoping that is enough to kind of hold it in place and hold it steady for a few days so it can set and cure. So now I did end up letting the boot kind of set and cure for a few more days, simply because I really wanted to make sure it was going to be sturdy and strong. And on the day I decided to finally test it, it was actually the perfect conditions. The weather was all over the place. It was warm, it was cold, it was snowing, it was rainy. Perfect for testing boots. So I went outside and I walked through snow, slush, flat sidewalks, toured around in the supermarket on the nice clean flat floor, went up and down some stairs in some puddles, and look, still sticking, fabulous. So do let me know in a comment below if you would like me to do an update on these boots as the weather kind of warms up in the spring, because I'm also really curious to see, is this actually going to hold through the entirety of a Canadian winter, or maybe I'll have to do the other one too now. I recently did a complete redesign of my site, this channel, my blog, so head on over to refashionistasherry.com, check it all out, and let me know what you think of my fancy schmancy new look and navigation and all that good stuff. Plus, as always, feel free to share your fave tutorials and articles with your online circles, and let's get everyone living a more sustainable lifestyle. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag.